It's June 9th, 1944, Normandy, France. A German officer walks uphill under a white flag. Behind him, 700 Germans wait in the hedgerows. Above him, 35 American paratroopers lie in the grass. They have not eaten in 3 days. Canteens empty. Ammunition nearly gone. 25 years old, and at the center of the line, Mohawk shaved into his scalp, war paint across his face. The army tried to throw him out 8 times. The German officer stops below his position. One hand raised, he offers a choice: surrender now or be wiped out. The private listens. Then he looks past the white flag, not at the officer, at the ground behind him. 3 narrow approaches, 3 killing lanes, 1 trap. His name is Jake McNiece. Lean, still, eyes on the lane below. To the army, he is a problem. A private who refuses Polish, salutes, inspections, and rules. At Fort Benning, he breaks a staff sergeant's nose over a stolen butter ration. Later, he disarms 2 military policemen, fires their pistols into a road sign, then waits inside the bar for them to arrive. The army wants him gone, but Jake can run a 136-mile march, full gear, no change of socks. He sets demolition records. He reads ground the way other men read maps. In England, his unit becomes the Filthy 13. They fish with explosives. They poach game from private estates. They eat better than officers. Mohawks, grease paint, their own rules. Before D-Day, they smear paint across their faces, then climb into C-47 aircraft. Jake stands in the door. Invasion striped white scraped from the fuselage, black grease mixed in across his skin. Below him is occupied France. Inside the aircraft, the odds are not discussed. Half of them will not reach the ground. Those odds do not change what comes next. 700 Germans are already waiting. At 1:26 in the morning, an 88mm shell hits Jake's C-47. The fuel tank erupts. The aircraft bucks sideways. Jake is blown through the door. His parachute catches fire. 2 panels shred above him. He drops into flooded marshland in the dark. Water closes over his head. The harness pulls him down. His knife comes out. 1 cut, then another. He surfaces, burning aircraft pieces around him. Flashes across Normandy, men falling in all directions. The Filthy 13 scatter. Some are dead before they hit ground. Some are captured in fields. Some never reach the assembly point. Their officer, Lieutenant Charles Mellon, is killed on D-Day. By morning, Jake is still moving, not toward safety, toward the bridge. The bridge is called Chef-du-Pont. It matters because roads matter. Roads move tanks. Roads move guns. Roads move reinforcements. Jake gathers whoever he can find. Not a neat unit. 35 paratroopers from scattered sticks, wet uniforms, lost orders. He leads them toward high ground above the crossing. German fire cuts through the approaches. Mortar bursts climb the slope. Jake crawls forward with demolition men behind him. 35 men. 1 ridge, no wide front, so he does not build one. He studies the terrain. A sunken lane, a hedge gap, a shallow draw leading uphill. 3 natural bottlenecks. That is all he needs. Jake places the machine guns first, not where they look strongest, where they overlap. A .30 caliber covers the sunken lane. Another covers the hedge gap. A third angles across the shallow draw. The riflemen are told to wait. Officers first, then NCOs, then machine gun teams. Every bullet must hit a target. That is arithmetic. 35 men cannot beat 700 in open ground. 700 cannot all climb 1 narrow lane, not at once. Jake learned that in Oklahoma. Poaching deer, watching trails, Animals, men, and patrols all follow the easiest ground. The army called him undisciplined. The ground does not care about rank. The first German probes come in small groups. They move carefully through the hedgerows. Jake lets them come closer. 200 yards, then 100. Then the first helmet crosses the lane opening. The machine gun fires. Short burst, then rifles, then the bar. The Germans drop behind the hedge. A whistle cuts from below. The second group shifts toward the shallow draw. Jake raises 2 fingers. 5 men peel low behind the ridge line. The Germans think they are attacking a weak pocket. Every step narrows their front. Every approach turns into a funnel. Every funnel already has a gun pointed into it. At 4:43 that afternoon, American P-47 Thunderbolts appear overhead. For 1 second, the paratroopers look up. Then the bombs fall on their bridge. Explosions fold the crossing into smoke and broken timber. The objective disappears. The route out closes with it. Jake watches the smoke climb. His men watch too. The mission is gone, but the Germans are still there. The Americans on the hill have one job left: stay alive. Jake drops behind the ridge. He opens one ammunition pouch. Fewer rounds than before. The trap must last longer than the supplies will hold. The next attack comes with mortars. First rounds land short. The second line walks uphill. Dirt jumps across the foxholes. A rifleman covers his bolt with one hand. Another checks the same magazine twice. Jake moves along the line on his stomach. He does not tell them to hold. He points. First to the sunken lane, then to the hedge gap, then to the draw. The Germans are testing all 3 at once. Jake shifts the bar toward the right. The gunner nods. A German mortar team sets up behind a cart track. Jake waits until the crew lifts the tube. Then his hand drops. The Panzer IVs arrive on the second day. Sound first, then the hulls. Metal tracks grind against the road. Infantry follows behind. Rifles and demolition charges. That is what they have. Jake does not fight the tanks first. He fights the infantry around them. Riflemen aim low through the hedges. The bar hammers the road edge. German infantry separates from the steel. That separation is the opening. Jake sends 2 men toward the flank. Grenades, demolition charges. They crawl through grass flattened by mortar bursts. One Panzer IV turns its turret toward the ridge. Too slow. The charge detonates near the track. The tank jerks sideways. Not destroyed. Stopped. Enough. Morning, June 9th. The German officer comes uphill. White flag in one hand. Helmet strapped loose under his chin. He walks through the same ground his men could not. Jake waits above him. 25 years old. 3 days without food. War paint cracked across his face. The officer stops below the ridge. 700 Germans behind him. Americans surrounded. Surrender is sensible. Jake looks down at the flag, then beyond it. The lanes fill with movement again. They are not leaving. They are counting on hunger. Jake turns slightly. His machine gunners press their elbows into the dirt.
Go back down.
The officer waits.
Bring him up.
The final attack comes as a mass, not probes. Men moving through every approach at once. The sunken lane fills first. The hedge gap fills next. Then the shallow draw. Jake lets the front ranks enter. Closer. The ammunition is almost gone. A machine gun belt runs through shaking hands. Brass piles under the receiver. The first gun fires, then the second, then the third. Overlapping fire cuts the lanes where Jake placed it. 700 men feed into the geometry. They cannot spread out. They can only move forward, into the ground Jake chose. Jake moves behind the center gun. The barrel steams, hands locked on the grips. Another belt drops in, shorter than the last. German whistles cut through smoke. The right flank bends. Jake sends the 5-man reserve. Last time, a rifleman opens his pouch. 2 clips. That is all. The German officer's flag trampled in the lane grass below. Boot prints across the cloth. Jake looks past it, past the lanes, past the smoke. The private the army tried to reject 8 times leans into the gun. Mohawk under the helmet rim, war paint cracked, 700 coming uphill.